Good day everyone! In this video, I'm going to share and discuss with you the evolution of communication from primitive cave paintings up to instant messaging of today. So buckle up and enjoy watching. To get started, let us first define what is communication. Communication is the sending and receiving of information and can be one-on-one or between two groups of people, and can be face-to-face or through communications devices. Communication requires a sender, the person who initiates communication, to transfer their thoughts or encode a message. Communication is transformed dramatically over centuries, evolving through distinct eras. The first era is the visual era. Our ancestors relied on cave paintings from around 40,000 BCE or before the Common Era. In this time of prehistoric man, the way of communication between the people was through cave paintings by using soil, water, plant juice, animal bloods, and hematite. The next example is the pictograph from around 9000 BCE. Pictographs are ancient images found on walls, rocks, and in cave. The first pictographs found date back to the Stone Age. A pictograph scale described what the picture represents. The most common pictographs were found in the civilization of ancient Egypt and Samaria. But there is a difference between the pictographs of ancient Egypt and those from the Stone Age. The Egyptians have formal writing system that used the picture and images as words and ideas. Egyptian temples and pyramids were filled with these images. Another example from the visual era is the hieroglyphic. The hieroglyphic script originated shortly before 3100 BC. Ancient Egyptians developed a system of writing using symbols that represent sound and concept. Hieroglyphs are a form of pictographs that specifically represent words. Hieroglyph, a character used in a system of pictorial writing, particularly that form used on ancient Egyptian monuments. Hieroglyphic symbols may represent the object that they depict but usually stand for particular sounds or group of sound. Hieroglyph, meaning the sacred carving, is a Greek translation of the Egyptian phrase, the god's words, which was used at the time of the early Greek contacts with Egypt to distinguish the older hieroglyphs from the handwriting of the day. The smoke signal, first used in ancient China around 900 BC. The smoke signal is one of the oldest forms of long-distance communication. It is a form of visual communication used over a long distance. Soldiers guarding the Great Wall of China, if an enemy were attacking or sighted in the distance, the guards would light up the fire, signaling from the tower to tower along the wall to alert the other soldier. Further along the wall of the impending threat, in general, smoke signals are used to transmit news, signal danger, or to gather people to a common area. The last example from the visual era is the pigeon pose. Homing pigeons were potentially being used for pigeon pose in ancient Egypt by 1350 BCE. Pigeons are effective as messengers due to their natural homing abilities. Messages were tied around their legs of the pigeons, then the pigeons naturally flies back to its home where the recipients could read the message. Now, let's go to the next era, the wired era. Let's first talk about what is wired communication. Wired communications refers to the transmissions of data over wire-based communication technology or the telecommunication cables. Wired communication is also known as wireline communication. One of the examples of wired communication is the telegraph, invented in 1830s. It allows for a long-distance communication through coded messages. A telegraph is a device for transmitting and receiving messages over a long distance. The next one is the telephone. Alexander Graham Bell invention in 1876 enabled voice communications over distances. Telephones are used to transmit voice conversation, allowing people to talk to each other when they are not all in the same place. Telephone conversations can be between two people, which is most common case, or between multiple people at once. Another one is radio in 1895. Guglielmo Marconi used radio waves to transmit signals over a distance of several kilometers. Radio is the sound of communication by radio waves usually through transmissions of music, news, and other types of programs from single broadcast station to multitudes of individuals listeners equipped with radio receivers. Television. Television is the combinations of audio and visual elements for mass communication. Electronic television was first successfully demonstrated in San Francisco on September 7, 1927. The system was designed by fellow tailor Farnsworth. Television broadcasting expanded rapidly after World War II, becoming an important mass medium for advertising, propaganda, and entertainment. The last example is the fax machine, enabled transmission of printed documents over telephone lines in the late 20th century. A fax machine is a device that allows you to send and receive documents electronically over a telephone line. It converts printed documents into electronic signals that can be transmitted and received by another fax machine. Now, we are headed to the third era, which is the wireless era. This era marks the shift towards mobile and internet-based communication, making information accessible anytime, anywhere. Cell phone revolutionized personal communication by allowing users to make calls without physical connections. A cell phone is a portable electronic device used for communication through voice call, text messages, and internet access. The next one is the cellular network. A cellular network, frequently referred to as a mobile network, is a type of communication system that enables wireless communication between mobile devices. Now, we are headed to the most common and popular examples of wireless communication, the social media, where platforms like Facebook and Twitter transform how people interact and share information globally. Social media is a digital technology that allows the sharing of ideas and information, including text and visual, through virtual networks and communities. Another example is the satellite communication, provided global communication capabilities for television, internet, and telephony. A satellite or artificial satellite is an object, typically a spacecraft, placed into orbit around a celestial body. They have a variety of uses, including communication relay, weather forecasting, navigation or GPS, broadcasting, scientific research, and Earth observation. Finally, the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi enables wireless internet access, facilitating online communication and information sharing. Wi-Fi is a wireless networking technology that uses radio waves to provide wireless high-speed internet access. A common misconception is that the term Wi-Fi is short for wireless fidelity. Different forms of communications have helped us to develop more advanced technologies, leading to the wireless era where we can connect with others through mobile devices and the internet. This shows how we are always looking for better ways to share information with each other, even when we are apart. And that's all. Thank you for listening and watching.